Okay, this is going to be a long video, I think. I've done some preparation, and it's kind of a bummer. I'm criticizing Dallas Jenkins and The Chosen. Um, and I feel in my heart too, the Holy Spirit is allowing me to remove myself from that joy that I had with The Chosen. I'm going to keep watching it, but I'll tell you what's changed in me. Definitely, my heart for it has changed because of the recent Pride flag that appeared on one of the promo videos. The steady cam steady Dan has a pride flag and all that. So, and I'm not against what he's doing. He's doing exactly what he's doing, and he seems like a nice guy. But I'm going to go further into this. And it's definitely a bummer video. I would like you to comment if you think that. I mean, I'm doing pop cult rants videos, whether those are okay. And then I'm not going to do the Chosen ones anymore. This is going to be my last one, I think. I hope. But I am trying to do videos on pop cult rants because they kind of come in my feed, and I do watch them and I enjoy them. And I certainly want to focus on For the Lord RPG, but I feel like it's also a mixture of that and paganism and pop cult rants and exposing what's going on. So let me know if you think that's fine, or you would rather just focus on more, on the game itself. But I'm gonna have to go through this, and it's just, it's kind of lame, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Because it's bugging me, and I've been watching a few other videos of pro and criticizing what Dallas's video on why the pride flag is there, on the set, or the Steady Dan can have a 3-inch pride flag. So let's go through it. Yes, anyway, yeah, okay. So let's see here. I took some notes there, but I just want to say that this is the video I'm going to go off of. His pride flag controversy, Dallas response. Okay, and I went through the whole thing. And I'm just going to go back to the regular cam, and I'll come back to this in a sec. But, okay, I'm not going to play it because I've seen people play it and it's fine, but I'm just going to go through it. Christians, okay, so he says that people are, I'm kind of going linearly through the video, but I took notes here. So he says Christians are saying crazy things, or people are saying crazy things about that pride flag thing, the incident. And let me go ahead and show you this just to give you a quick overview or basic thing of what's going on here. This guy, he's the one that started this. He noticed it on their social media account, and John Root, and on Twitter, if you can, I have it here on Twitter here. Hold on, let me go to this. So he has it on here, and this is the original tweet. Can you explain why there's a pride flag on set? Okay. And it's right there, and it's right there. And so then the Chosen responded, and then two of the cast members, two or three of them, actually, three of them responded, and they were pretty vicious. So, just really bad. Because look at what he said. Can you explain why there's a pride flag on the set? That is not a crazy response. That is not overblown. So Dallas's response and the Chosen's response, this response isn't bad. That right there isn't bad. It was the three actors that made it worse. Those jerks, who plays Thaddeus, the little Matthew, the one that limps, and then even Judas came out, and they promoted pride. They have a little pride symbol in there. They said no hate. They were vicious, and then they came out later with apologies, which I'm not. I listened to Thaddeus's apology, and it was very passive aggressive. He was, I'm really sorry. I was only going after the crazy people that were attacking. Nobody was attacking. We were saying, what the heck? Because we started with this premise that this is a ministry, and obviously Dallas is going to disregard that. Let me just go through his video, or the notes I have about the video, and then I'll kind of go back to that stuff. So here, let me just pull up my notes again. Okay. So they're saying crazy things. That's not accurate. It was not crazy to ask, why is there a pride flag on this set? That is not a crazy question by a Christian to ask that. And I'm going to go through, actually, I want to go through this. Well, I'm solo. There's so much information. Okay. Because of the lies, the gaslighting, and I don't say gaslighting, but it's lies. There's deception. Even Dallas here is lying, and I'm kind of upset about this because the only people he's criticizing in this video are Christians. I mean, it ain't the pride flag people. It ain't the pagans are saying. He's criticizing Christians, but he's changing the premise of what we did. We are asking, whoa, why is there? And then suddenly we're attacked as being attackers or crazy. He says here, hysterical rantings. Who's hysterically ranting when you want to know why is there a pride flag on a Christian set? Now he's going to say there was never a Christian set. So we'll get into that. He's saying it was clickbaity, it was throwing us off, but no, the pride flag on a Christian set about Jesus Christ is throwing us off and is the crazy part. Gay promoting on set, nothing new. So this Steady Dan has been on this thing for over a year or something. I'm going to go between emotional and reasonable and then sarcastic here. I'm sorry, but a Steadicam basically operates itself. I'm being facetious here. Someone needs to know how to operate it, but it's a Steadicam. It does its own thing as you just move along. So you can hire anyone that give me a week and I'll figure it all out. I mean, I'm technically somewhat savvy. I'm getting older and tired, but I can figure it out as a Christian. So to say that you have to hire pagans to do this is ludicrous. Any Christian can do it. I'm going to move on. He says they're a family, they're tight knit. I'm going to move on to that. I got more on notes on that. Okay. They don't police the workplace or social media. They don't police the indie contractors. Do not have a political or religious litmus test to hire gear, wear, that they made that decision early on that they weren't going to do that. So they don't police what they say on social media, whatever. Okay, fine. Really? I question that. Really, you don't question what they say on social media? I mean, eventually, when things get worse here, hopefully they will. When you get corrected, hopefully they will. But I don't know. What if they say satanic things? What if they say grooming things or pedophile things? Or I don't know. Is that not policed? So I think that's a kind of a ludicrous statement for him to say that they don't police their social media. Everybody polices everybody's social media, and we all know it. Not our problem. Right? Shoot, I forgot the context of that one. Maybe the what they say is not their problem. Feeding of 5,000. So the guy, that Steady Dan, he took a picture where he had his pride thing all happy and showing the extras on the set for the feeding the 5,000. He was all like, with the pride shirt or whatever. That is a political religious statement. He is preaching the antithesis of Christ. And all those extras, they are Christians volunteering to go do that to support the show. They're Christians volunteering to go do that for the show. He's taking a picture, and I saw the picture of John Root on his YouTube, with his pride flag doing that. And okay, so it's not a church, Dallas says not a church, not a ministry, not religious, not a Christian production. He doesn't believe it's a Christian production. Production itself is separate from the message. Okay, so they didn't have a statement of faith, no corporate prayer, no behavior rules. Okay, and this is a little passive aggressive, but whatever. He said a couple things that's so passive aggressive. I don't like to hang out with people that are passive aggressive. As soon as I know someone's passive aggressive, I'm out. Don't want to have, even a Christian. If you're a Christian and you do passive aggressive statements, whoa, that's a warning sign to me. But he's saying that is it okay if his ministry is different from yours and my ministry? Are we missing a point here? Would you have a ministry where you have gay flags? I don't care for the 3 inches, 1 inch, little sticker. Would you in your church ministry have pride flags? He did a short film. I put the notes here somewhere else, but he did a short film in his church that is what got him The Chosen. It was produced for his church. Could they have had a pride flag in that show? Or maybe when they went up on stage to present the show, could you have had a pride flag then? Could you have had a pride flag anywhere all the time at any point of your ministry? Or not ministry? I don't know. It's a not ministry to you. Or your ministry, you do your ministry different. Could you have had a pride flag? Okay. Remember, it was through a church that he was able to get The Chosen done. And I know a lot of money too. It's a big budgeted short film or something. Okay, so, all right. This next bit. Dallas. Okay. He brings up that Solomon built the holy temple of God, built from pagans, worked with pagans. That is a terrible analogy. Wow. I'm giving you guys a moment to see why it's a terrible analogy. Let me drink a cup of coffee while you see if you can guess why it's a terrible analogy. Ready? Here we go. Did you figure it out? Why? Dallas said Solomon built the holy temple of God, and he used pagans, he used the king and other pagans, and David even used pagans or whatever. Why is that a horrible, horrible analogy? Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. How did Solomon end up? What was his end days like? Solomon turned into a ridiculous pagan. He left God. So if you think you're building a holy temple right now with pagans and it's okay, you just told us how you're going to end up. You're going to end up a pagan? Is that what you're saying? What about your sons? Solomon's sons, how did they end up? Wow. That is a horrible analogy. Oof. I don't even know if I can go on. He said how the Bible gets printed. Are they all Christians that print the Bible? Well, do they put a pride flag bookmark in it? The analogy isn't that we necessarily were concerned about that, but that they're promoting. The analogy isn't, it's that there's a promotion of an absolute sin. What if you promoted murder on your set, promoted stealing on your set, promoted adultery on your set, which is what gay is. It's adultery. Because anything outside of a man-woman marriage sexually is adultery. So not honoring the mother or the father on the set, would that be okay? Communism, which is coveting, would that be okay on the set? Promoting Marxism? Is there no limit? Are you sure you're not policing something? Are you sure? This is really kind of upsetting because he's really not making sense here. Okay, with the different face, but not okay. See, so he says there's a bunch of different faces on the set. Well, I'll get into that in a sec. But is it okay? But not okay with promoting on the set. Whatever. I'm getting tired here. Not sure how it relates to the message of show or how you are not working on the set. So he says that he doesn't care about what they're promoting or whatever because he's focused on the message of the show itself, the final show, and that and that the people that are doing stuff on the set he doesn't care. But that's and that they're not pushing it. They're not pushing it, right? The guy's got a humble little 3-inch flag. It's not 4 inches because that's a rule. I think 4 inches or 5 inches. It's 3 inches. Only 3 inches flag. So that's okay. Only a 3-inch cross. But the reason he's not promoting it that much is because he's only been there a year, right? And he's a contractor, so he could get fired. So of course he's not going to push it yet. All right, I'm going to go into this gay thing, the gay conspiracy thing. Gays only hire gays, and they come in when it's a lone gay in your little production office or job or board meeting or marketing PR where they're the lowly person. They're so nice and they're so caring and they want to care about you and they're happy and loving and smiley and caring and great and they're humble and they're wonderful. But can they have their friend who they just had a weekend with come in and work, and there's 2 of them now and they're just caring and they want to help and they're there for you, sister, brother, they're there for you. By the way, can this third person that they have, the great, very reliable, we met them on another weekend, soiree, we can hire that now. Once they get enough, they become Gina Carano hunters and they will take you out. They only hire each other and they, with favoritism, not nepotism, with whatever, but you think you're being beguiled or whatever, beguiled. You're being fooled, Dallas, to think that this person cares about you. Do you guys think that gays care about you if you're not gay? No, they don't. They will manipulate you just like to get what their agenda. I'm sorry, but that's it. If you've chosen a life away from God, if you've chosen a lust, a sexuality away from God, that's your important thing, and they will do anything to undermine you. And that's what he's doing here. He's happy that there's this big argument now. Think about Star Wars or Disney and all the gay agendas that are being pushed there because there's a gay gangster group. There's a Gina Carano group in there, in all these places, in Coca-Cola, in NBA, in the Vatican. They have a Gina Carano group high up, and they have weekend soirees. I don't want to say the real word. In the Vatican, everywhere, there are these groups, these Gina Carano groups. And once they know they have enough power in your production, they will take you out. They will take out the production. They will be so thrilled if The Chosen makes me remove. If you choose the side with them, they will. Steady Dan and whoever else, and I'm not attacking Steady Dan. He's doing actually. He's not him as I'm attacking, right? I'm attacking you as a Christian. I don't mean the word attack, but whatever it is. Steady Dan's gonna do what he's gonna do. But you, what the heck are you doing? What the big H are you doing? As soon as he gets enough people in there, he will Gina Carano you all. Why not? Why not? I don't know if God wants me to do this video. I really don't know if God wants me to do anything, but I hope God is okay with me doing this video. Okay, and then Dallas brings up roles reversed. Christians aren't allowed. What if Christians aren't allowed to express themselves? And so that's why he says he wants people to be able to express themselves. Which, we Christians certainly believe in that, obviously. But I'm going to do a better analogy because he's not using a very good analogy about his set or about in a workplace. Would Coca-Cola, here's my analogy, allow 3-inch Pepsi flags at the desk or in marketing material by workers or janitors or contractors? If they did social media posts, videos, is it okay if there was a 3-inch Pepsi flag somewhere in that video? Or I don't know, who's killing Coca-Cola? Starbucks? Would they be okay with that? Because the pride flag, the rainbow comes from the Bible, and the guy that did it purposely did it to be a heresy against Christ. The pride flag is a heretical anti-Christ movement. They blaspheme Christ in sexual ways. So would Coca-Cola allow Pepsi to allow 3-inch Pepsi flags and marketing material in their marketing material? Would Bud Light allow Modelo stickers or 4-inch flags on marketing social media vlogs? You're gaslighting, you're shifting, and you're weird about your premises, your premisi. If we were a church or political organization, how it's set up, statement of faith, that's fair. Okay. Like I said, didn't your short film, your promo start in a church? Wasn't it hugely, with a Y, hugely funded through the church or through your family or whatever? And then that's how you got The Chosen going? You won't speak out against atheism, in the work environment. And you focus on the content of the show. And there's all kinds of beliefs on the set. And first, we didn't know that, but I'll get to that too, the premise of the production. But you say, I love my cast and crew, go to war with them any day, stand in the breach, we are family, take seriously, love each other. Okay, I've already mentioned this in another video, but I'm going to say it again. Who are you standing in the breach against? Christians. Christians that say, hey, why is there a pride flag over here? I'm standing in the breach against you. You will not touch my pagans. It's like, well, we're just asking what's going on? Why is there a promotion of something that's completely against Jesus Christ and his message? I mean, this is a racked statement. When this film is over, do you go to have Christmas dinner with Steady Dan? Do you have Steady Dan come over with and his husband to your family because you love them and their family? That statement to me is so absurd. That is so absurd. I've been on some sets and stuff, back in the day. I don't have any contact with anybody. You go to war with them any day while they're being paid? What if they're not being paid? Are they going to go to war with you now? Are they going to be your family now if you're not being paid? I know Ray Romano every year for like some Super Bowl or something, like the crew come to his house, and they always have every year since the show's ended. I mean, that's kind of neat, but that's about it, right? Can you do that? Are you going to have them all come over every year for Christmas or Super Bowl or whatever? That statement is kind of ridiculous. What about your church? Do you have that same feeling? Go to war with them. Stand in the breach. Is that a different war? Is that a different breach? I'm I'm trying not to do these videos. I don't want to do this Chosen thing, criticize them, but dang, these came across my feed, and there were some people supporting it, and some people not, and I'm like, the heck? It's an you say it's an unashamedly Jesus TV show, but all pagans are working on it, and you thank them for putting in the work, but you're paying them. What if you didn't pay them? I bet you after. I mean, I know that one of the actresses is going on to do a CSI, and she's going to be a lesbian actor now. And then the others, obviously those three that, boom, no hate, man, no hate. No hate refers specifically to Christians and Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ was crucified. Guess who he was crucified by? Them and people that let them. Maybe we didn't crucify Christ, but we let those that were yelling, no hate, no hate, no hate, no hate, crucify him. Okay, don't make policy on how people so he's not going to change his mind based on how people respond. Well, what people are we talking about? Because I think it was the Christians that were responding and inquiring about this gay pride flag. So, and Christians about the Mormonism and whatever else, but it's Christians who were being critical, right? Or these things that you were sort of having to respond to. It's Christians. Do you listen to other Christians? Because I do. I actually, watch YouTube videos of Christians, and ones that were for you and ones that were against you. And I picked the side of against you. I mean, whatever that means. I'm not saying I'm against you, but the naivete of what you're doing and who you're supporting and who you're going to stand in the breach for is naive at best. He doesn't change policy based on reactions, which is odd because we all do. We all change policy based on reactions. Not, maybe we turtle up. That's a change. Or we open up and consider. That's a change. Or we just listen and think about. That's a change. So he does change, but he's just saying he doesn't because he doesn't want to hear anymore or something. I don't know. But, and we're not even, and it's not even a critique of the show. It's a critique of like, why are you promoting gay on your social media? I mean, if you have a social media promoting Jesus Christ, why is there a gay pride flag on it then? Because that is the antithesis of it. Purposely was designed that way. And you saw in my previous video where they continually blaspheme Jesus Christ with sexual theatrics, which is what pagans do, right? Theater and pageantry is what I told you what pagans do. I said on all my videos about For the Lord RPG, the game. Theatrics and pageantry is their power. And that's what they put they put God on the cross, and they have a go-go dancer dancing sexually around him, a male go-go dancer. They are basically trying to sodomize Jesus Christ, right? Just like they try to sodomize the angels in Sodom. And he's talking about losing viewers, whichever. I don't. Okay. Final thing about. I'm going to keep going, but this is the final thing about the notes. Okay, he's saying to us Christians that want to leave the show or against what he's doing. He's setting the premise of why we're leaving the show, which I find, wow, that's a very pagan thing of you to do, is to project onto us Christians what we believe or why we're doing it. So he's saying it's not because they promoted a pride flag. He's saying we as the Chosen did not promote a pride flag. It's not his statement or lack. He didn't make a statement about it or lack or showed a missed point or whatever. I'm upset because of the policy of not stopping a 3-inch pride flag. Wow. I like how you put that 3-inch pride flag. 3-inch. I like how you did that. That was pretty neat. Wow. That's so passive aggressive. 3-inch pride flag. What was it? If it was a 10-foot pride flag, would that matter? If he had a big one above the camera? I mean, it's not going to be in the way of the camera. If you had a big one waving up above it. Whew. Okay, so he's setting the premise. That's enough. That's fine. That's your choice. He wants to be clear that that's what it is. So he's telling me why I am leaving the show, which is a lie. He's bearing false witness. You can't tell us you're bearing false witness. Wow. We're leaving. Here's why I'm leaving the show. The main reason I'm leaving the show or not supporting it anymore is because of you, of basically everything you just said. That's the reason. The pride flag thing was an inquiry, like, wow, what's going on? And then you got 3 actors going nutso saying Christians are hate. which is their tactic. And then that's disconcerting. And The Chosen said, we have all kinds of believers on the set. That's fine. But why is it in a promotion? Why is it in one of the marketing promotions? I mean, it's edited. That's edited. You could have had any other bit in there. Why is that in there? And then the guy he's promoting on his personal Facebook or Steady Dan Facebook that he's, promoting that he's showing off the pride on the set of The Chosen. And but the real reason is your reaction right now. That's the real reason I'm leaving it, because of your reaction. And then there's another premise too, or another reason why is based on what you said. Okay, so, and I got a lot more to talk about here. Sorry, guys. It's a long video. I just got to get this. Okay, he mentions Colossians 3:23, whatever. Doing for the Lord, he's doing for the Lord, not for men. Okay, he's doing for the Lord, not for men. And he's looking at you and me. So he's referring to Christians. He's doing it for the Lord and not for Christians. I wish he would just say that, Christians. He says for men, but it's actually Christians, because we are the ones questioning why there's a pride flag on the set of this, ministry. I know he calls it a business now. So let me get to that. I will get to that in this video. He says the only answer is to God. Well, what if God is warning you through us? I think, isn't there somewhere in the Bible? I'm not a very good quotey guy, Bible verse quotey guy, but I don't know. Isn't there a place where, if you got two brothers, Christians got to go and correct other Christians? And, I don't know. Is there something I don't know. Is there something like that in there? I don't know. Okay. Yes, there is. Okay. So we Christians are trying to correct you, trying to make you realize that what you're doing is wrong. Everything you've said here, Solomon, really? You're going to go to stand in the breach with them? Really? Okay. Now I'm going to go through some stuff here. Let me do this one. This one's a clincher, and I'm going to put it right in the middle or whatever. All right. Oh my God. I don't even want to do this, but I'm going to do it. Oof. Actually, I'm going to do this one at a time in a sort of surprise way. Okay. I'm verklempt. All right. Let me just do this one. Okay. So ignore the notes here. I'm just leaving it as a background. Dallas Jenkins, you are working for the Lord. You're doing for the Lord. All the success in this show, the success of doing it, Jesus Christ, affecting people. Wonderful, wonderful. Your mind is so powerful now, and you're in God's will. God has blessed you. And boy, one day I hope to have that feeling. Okay. I don't know. Some of you might know this show, Salo or the 120 Days of Sodom. Don't watch it. It's horrifying. It's horrifying. It is torture, imprisonment of children, pedophilia type of stuff. I was kind of forced to watch it. Well, I willingly, because I was an atheist. And when I was at Fine Art UCLA, it was wonderful. It was disturbing even then for me. Disgusting, but so artiste. Oh my God. Don't watch this movie. I'm sorry I brought it up. I really am. It's horrifying. I'm trying to get it out. Why is it still there? Because it's so horrifying. Oh, that's my family. Jeez. Sorry, I closed everything. I don't know what the heck's going on. Okay. Okay. Let me just go to the next example. All right. The Gospel According to St. Matthew, an incredible film. This was made several years before that film by the same director. This guy was great. This guy is gay or was gay. This film was considered a classic of world cinema. Film Festival Grand Jury and 3 Nostro d'Argento Awards, Best Director, nominated for 3 Academy Awards. In 2015, the Vatican called it the best film on Christ ever made. So this guy made a film about Christ, and it rocked. And it, I'm sure, saved people, converted people, influenced people. Okay, so here's the guy, the director, total gay dude. After he made that horrible film, Salo, whatever, he was horrifically butchered and killed. I'm not saying Dallas can end like that. What I'm saying is You may think you're doing something wonderful and Christ-like, but then you could easily do something Sodom-like. And then you could end up like Solomon, like this guy. So I in no way am worshiping you or thinking that you're awesome. And maybe you are blessed by God. That is a wonderful thing. But you're not God and you're not Jesus. And you could end up in 5 years from now in a horrible place if you go down a path that is of sin, of horrible sin. If you stand in the breach with sinners that are promoting their sin, that is horrible. I am warning you about this guy and Solomon. Why are you standing in the breach with sinners? Not sinners. I mean, you can pick up sinners. You can help sinners. You can give them the message. Don't just do it through your work. Do it through your discussion with them to convert them. But for you to protect his promotion of sin is the way of Pier Paolo Pasolini. God can use anyone, including Pier Paolo Pasolini, to make a Jesus Christ film that won Academy Awards or nominated for Academy Awards and won all these awards and the Vatican and influenced and converted people. God will use unbelievers. We all know that. We've seen it in the Bible. But as soon as you leave God and protect the sinners and their promotion of sin, he'll drop you like a or whatever, or he'll allow you to suffer, right? Maybe he's allowing me to suffer. I don't know. Okay. So you believe that this pride thing is a wonderful thing. Hopefully I'm going to end it here soon. This guy, I'm just seeing in the news and looking around. They should leave little children alone. That's the real issue. Okay, so Call of Duty now has canceled his contract. Because he said they should, during Pride Month, they should leave little children alone. That's the real issue. And so he's out. He loses his contract. He has to, because he spoke up for Christ and was against the pride, he now being forced to apologize. Oh, I'm not even showing the video. I'm so sorry. Let me go back. I'll do this real quick. Let me go back. So Call of Duty, this guy says they should leave little children alone. That's the real issue. So they knocked, he's out. Then he had to do a 3-minute, he didn't apologize, but he had to do a 3-minute explainer. Hopefully he'll get his contract back, but I don't know. The LGBTQT will not do that. The Blue Jays player forced to apologize for criticizing Target and Bud Light. Now he's being made to catch the ceremonial first pitch to kick off the team's Pride Week. That's what they Gina Carano you. They Gina Carano you. That's who they are. And for you to say you're going to fight in the breach for them, stand in the breach for them, fight, go to war with them, this is who they are. Boston Medical Center. Fake penises for children. That's what they're handing out. They're handing this out. Boston Medical Center was handing out fake penises in an all-age trans resistance march to celebrate Pride Month. That's who you're fighting for. Those 3 actors said, we hate because we question this. We're questioning this, so we're hate. That's what they're doing. And when the guy apologized, he said, I just want to apologize, but there was a lot of crazy accusations out there. Well, so is this a crazy accusation? Is this the hate that you're referring to? But I'm apologizing to all of you who are not, I didn't mean it for everyone. But you meant it for the Christians, because this is what we're doing. We're criticizing Pride Month. Can we criticize Pride Month? Can we call out what they're doing? What happened here, right? Police arrest man for loudly quoting Bible near LGBT Pride in Pennsylvania. This is all just happening in the last few days that we even know of. Okay, so, and he, at the end of his thing, he brings up Colossians 3 that he says, whatever you do, work with your whole being for the Lord and not for men. All right. That's, that's what Dallas is doing. Let me go to Colossians 2. If you have died with Christ to the spiritual forces of the world, why, as though you still belong to the world, do you submit to its regulations? Do not handle, do not taste, do not touch. These will all perish with use because they are based on human commands and teachings. Such restrictions indeed have an appearance of wisdom with their self-prescribed worship, their false humility. I wonder if Steady Dan has humility. And their harsh treatment of the body. Ooh, that's interesting. Harsh treatment of the body. What do you think? Because I know promiscuity and having lots of lurid sex and all that is pretty much harsh treatment of the body. But they are of no value against the indulgence of the flesh. See, I knew I could find something. What next to what he just quoted. I just kind of, whenever someone quotes something out of context like that, I always kind of go back and forth and look just as one chapter over, one book over. Let's just see if anything. So, all right. Now I want to go to this. Angel funding, The Chosen. I put in, I feel I put in a lot. I put in like, I don't feel 700 or 1500. I remember there being a high number like 1500 or 2000 or 2500 where you get to go to the set. And I'm like, I don't want to go to the set, but I want to give him like close to that. So I give him a lot of money back, whatever. Look at that. 10 million raised right here. 10 million raised. Okay. Oh, look, they got a hardcore Christian guy who's basically a minister doing something here. And this is their pitch to donate more and more money to this show, right? Okay, as I shared it with my friends, ministry leaders and entertainment professionals, I kept getting the same response. I want more. Ministry leaders. Okay, I know he put in entertainment professionals, whatever. Ministry leaders. What does that mean? Aveda King. I saw her at NRB. Okay. Why streaming Jesus? I've been making movies for some of the biggest studios in Hollywood for 20 years, but something like you just saw, if you follow my instructions, shouldn't be entrusted to Hollywood. Who's he hiring now? Steady Dan, where does he come from? Where does one of the producers, and like he's hired some big, I believe he hired some big producer from, now that he's getting more money, and more money, where is he getting? Who's he hiring now? Hollywood. He's hiring a Hollywood, and the guy is putting a flag on there to. What does a flag do? You're stating you're conquered this land. This is my territory. That's what a flag is. It needs to be made by us. Who's us? Who's us? Who donates these $10 million? Who's us? Who's he referring to? Christians. I'm a Christian. I gave to this because I wanted the message to get out about Christ. When you want the message to get out about Christ, is that a business or is it a ministry? And you're donating money to it. And when I donated money to it, I didn't know there was a profit sharing thing. I don't even know if I did that. I wonder if that's a certain level because I don't recall anything about a profit. And I didn't get any DVDs. I didn't get any packages. I just donated the money. I don't care. I didn't get anything in return. I'm not aware. I've never gotten an email about how I'm going to get some money in return or anything. So, why does he only have Christians quoting then? If he's not a Christian ministry, I don't like him, what he's saying. I don't like what he's saying, that they're not a ministry. They're just a business. I think he's trying to talk to the Hollywood now, and he's left us behind. This is kind of what you're investing, okay? But who's you're? It's us, Christians, right? Why does he bring up other Christian Bible, The Passion of Christ, History Channel's The Bible, held the record for most watched cables here at the time, whatever. I don't know. Okay. Joni, I'm assuming she's a Christian. Oh, look, he's a lay minister in his church. I know he's a business guy, but he's also a lay minister. The son of celebrated Christian author, the Left Behind series, and Judas Chronicles, Midnight Clear, and What If, the Hallmark movie, None Will Go With Me, The Rescue, and Gavin Stone. So everything in here is about ministry, right? It's about a ministry. I don't know. I just don't feel like this is telling me we're a business, we're a Hollywood business, we're going to be a studio. I'm not buying that. Like, this is not, he's now saying that. Okay, so what is my end thing of this? Well, this video, obviously. But my end thing about The Chosen, I just kind of see this video playing inside of my head here. So the end result to me is that I'm going to treat it like a business now. I'm not going to promote this as a ministry. So I'm not going to tell Christians, you got to go see this. I'm not going to tell them to donate for sure. I'm going to tell them don't donate. they're getting all kinds of money from Hollywood. They're aligning themselves with Hollywood. They're hiring Hollywood people. Was the first season done by Hollywood? Because I like the first season and the second season. Were those done by Hollywood? I didn't have any. So it's a business, and I'll watch it maybe whenever if it comes out. I'm bored. I like it. I do. I really do. I really like the way they portray Jesus. I like Jonathan Rumi's portrayal. But yeah, it's not a ministry anymore. That's for sure. So it's not a Christian ministry anymore. It's a Hollywood production now. It's a business. And I think we Christians should treat that. I don't think we should be funding it on angel funding anymore. I think they, don't volunteer. If you're going to put your money into something, put it into a ministry. All right. When you put money into something, you put it into a ministry. And as far as investment goes, and you're getting 120% return now, I just didn't know about any of that before. I don't recall that before. I recall that it was to give them money so that they would get it out to more people, because that's what we Christians are all about. This whole investment, I don't know the history of their thing, but I do remember him always going on videos about donations, donating, do this. It's important. The message is important. To me, that's a ministry then. It's not a business. He wasn't selling me DVDs or anything. And they were creating like church. Didn't they have like church study guides and stuff like that? Like you could get like a groups, all that kind of thing. That's a ministry. You pay money to do it, but it's still a ministry. It's not a business in that sense. So I think they're changing it to a business now model, which is not cool for what we Christians have done to support this film, this project, the series. So I think disingenuous would be the nicest way of saying that you're doing what you're doing. And I'm going to warn you about Pier Paolo Pasolini. Are you going the way of Pier Paolo Pasolini? What do you think your next project is going to be? Because you're now aligned with Hollywood, aren't you? And Steady Dan. Steady Dan will going to get you connections to, his people in Hollywood. And guess what they're going to want from you? So that's my warning to all Christians. And I never say, oh, this is God's will. Like I was talking to my sister, and I never say, oh, I'm going to make it. This is my God's will. God has given me this thing. I'm never going to do that. No way. I'm already blessed by God. I'm saved by Jesus Christ. So I'm already saved, blessed. I don't need anything else. And he doesn't need me. I'm doing this because I'm hoping he'll bless me in this. I'm hoping he'll do something for it. But if he doesn't, that's okay too. I will die happy, or whatever it is I'm going to be doing in the next 20 years or 10 years or 1 year. I don't know. But I've already have a great daughters who love the Lord, and their suitors, and our husband loves the Lord now. Just got married. My first daughter, second daughter is with a man now, a young man that loves the Lord. And my wife loves the Lord, and I love the Lord. And so husband and father, I guess that's good enough. I guess I'm good enough. And of course I live in ridiculous comforts. So, but so anyway, I'm going to treat it like a business now. I'm going to watch it like any other show. I'm going to, Jesus could be like that. That kind of cool, that kind of thing. I'm not going to treat it like it's a ministry. It's affecting people. I can help it. I can help it and support it to affect more people. Oh my gosh, it's wonderful. I'm going to share every show online. I'm going to use prayer. I can't use prayer, right? Because it's a business. I don't want to use prayer in their chosen fan club or their social media, because it's a business. It's not a ministry. You pray for ministries. You don't pray for a business. I mean, good luck, I guess, right? Paganism, good luck with your business. It's kind of neat. Well, it's got Jesus in it. Cool. Good luck. But I'm certainly not going to treat it like a ministry and pray for it in a way that it grows as a ministry. Because why would you, since they're not even hiring Christians to work on it and spread the gospel? Because it's also it's every aspect of a ministry that you teach people who Christians are, from the helping to the janitorial to the plastic forks and mashed potatoes and whatever else. Every aspect of it is a Christian ministry. It's Christians doing hard work and converting those that you are working with. All right, that was a long video, I know, but hopefully it's the last one I do on The Chosen. Kind of sad, but I got Jesus. So anyway, in the game of life, if you've gotten this far, please keep rolling holy dice.